Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to part 23 of the EVA pod build. Today we're going to actually start working on painting the base. I got the pinstripe down for our pinstripe, so let's head over to the bench. Okay, I got the pinstripe down. I think that's going to work. Giving me a nice pinstripe around the buttons. Just did a little measuring, put two buttons in so I could see I get the same, kind of distance between them, and just kind of picked a fictitious number. I went with 20 centimeters and then 4 centimeters up and running across, and I think that'll work. That'll give me the effect that I'm looking for. We got the white down, so now we can do the black, and then when we peel these up we'll have the pinstripe will hopefully be still there. Hopefully. This paint still worries me. I should have just went with a basic flat, just a basic white, but me trying to be, give it a little glitter to it. We'll try it. I don't want to leave this vinyl down too long, because especially with this, but I did take the vinyl and stick it on and peel it up and stick it on and peel it up, so hopefully that got rid of the tackiness, and it didn't pull up any here, but here it's a little thicker because I did heavier coats. But before I go, I'm just go down there. I'm going to go down the basement because I'm going to use a rattle can, and the air booth doesn't do a very good job of sucking spray can, so, especially when you got spray in such a big area. So I'll go downstairs in my paint area down there, and but yeah, I do have to give it. I want to give it a scuff and get rid of like that little lump there and these hairs up here. But other than that, we're ready to paint. So I'll see you after that. Okay. Next little update. I got the lenses in on the headlights. That was fun. This one gave me some trouble. It did not want to glue in. Every time I was going around with a Q-tip to clean up the canopy glue, it wanted to flip and make a mess. So thank God it's canopy glue. Yes, the rest of them went in pretty good. I just took a toothpick, put some canopy glue here in this little tray, and took a toothpick and just put it around the edge, and then just plopped the lens in, and then took a cotton swab and a little water and cleaned the edges up and cleaned off the ends. Made sure the chrome parts were as clean as I could get them. But it looks good. Everything back here is looking good. Hal's in. I gave him a little tape just to make sure, because I didn't want to glue that in there. I kind of canopy glued it, and then I figured I'd just hit some tape back there just to make sure he stays, because it takes a while for canopy glue to really set up. So I just decided to tape that in, and so that's why you see tape there, and you're not going to see back here. So, and then super glued, and then did a little tape on the wire here, but I have it tucked in here because it keeps wanting to anytime you move this around. But then we can plug that right into the board, and she's good to go. And like I said, and then this will plug into the camera that's on the top here, and then these are our feeds for the switch, the white wires for the switch, and the blacks to the negative that'll go to the bundle of negatives. So we're all good, but let me show you the lights on if this didn't unhook itself. I'm just back feeding it through that plug that's going to go to the light, because I didn't strip the wires for the main feeds. But yeah, it looks good. Some of the canopy glue still has to cure, so you still see a little of that caulky, milky, ness, but it'll eventually dry clear and you'll never notice there. But so just making sure that one went in there, because that one was stubborn. He did not want to go home. But yeah, it's nice to see the difference between the 5mm and the 3mm. It just kind of gives the lights a little bit of a reason to be different. As far as brightness, they're all four of them like blind you. And you turn the light out, and it's like car headlights coming at you. as you can see there, what it's doing to the camera. But I was hoping there'd be a little bit of a difference in the top ones with the 3mm, but it's okay. But you look in, you can kind of see the difference. So all is good. I'm very happy with that. Hal looks good. Maybe I'll try to plug him in really quick. Let me see here. One thing about this thing is it wants to flop like that. There we go. Can we get a hold of you, Hal? I still have that connector on the end? Yeah. I just used the male connector that actually you would solder to a circuit board. If you plug it in, it allows you to have prongs for these females. Alright, make sure we have this correct. Make sure he's still working. Oh, I saw it flash. Try not to touch because then the battery pack will go beep and shut itself off because it thinks there's a short. Yeah, there he is. Now on camera he has that big red wash, but in person you see that nice pinpoint like you do in the movie. You get a little red glow, but you still see that main red point, which is way better than that other one, and it's not, you know, the other one would have been, the red would have been 3 times that size. So, but yeah, it's going to be hard on the camera because the camera's going to wash it out. Sometimes in the light you can, because it lets your eye adjust, because that red light is pretty bright too. Like just staring at it to make sure I had the little red SMD in center of the clear part, and after I was seeing red dots. But yeah, so but that's where we're at. So really, I'm down to let's get this out of the way. I'm down to getting this window in, which I still have to paint yet, but I was also messing around with the base too. It needs some sanding and stuff like that because we got a couple hairs in it, but that's okay. I planned on doing a light sand anyway, but definitely the stripe came out okay. She's still a little, definitely needs another 24 hours or so to dry before I start seeing any little bumps. There's a little bit of a dips here because of the way they made well, you see, because of these, that's what you're seeing here. And there's a really good dip there, and that must have been where they melted, you know, however they casted this, or is it, yeah, it's one piece. But yeah, and then I think I'm going to do these outer edges here in a silver once we're done. But the pinstriping came out okay. I'm okay with it. Got areas to clean up. These corners here where we had a little, but she's still soft, so I'm going to let it go. But once she dries, I can probably go in here and just pick that away and clean those and square those up. That's usually not a problem. And I can even go in with a little bit of that white paint and do. But then we'll do a full sand because we do have a ridge between the white and the black because the black's added coats on top. And I wanted to get a pretty decent coat of black because I saw the dirt that was for some reason floating around downstairs. And there's a nice hair there, but and it's wet and damp, so paint's taking forever to cure. So I'm gonna probably let this sit all day tomorrow and maybe mess with it on Wednesday. It's Monday today, and then Thursday is my birthday, so I don't know what I'm gonna get done. And by the time you guys see this, because it'll be probably well into the winter. But yeah, that looks good. So I'll let this cure, let it get really nice and hard, That means the sanding, it will shrink and show more as it settles, as it loses solvents in it. It'll shrink down more, or what we call drying in at work. So I work with finishes at work all day, polishing. But we'll do a good sand, try to get rid of this edge as best as possible without burning through. And then we'll go with the clear, or do the silver around here, and then go with the clear. Seal everything down. And then I got these pennants from the photo etch. I got this one here, the United States Astronaut Agency, Discovery. We'll put that on one side, and then got another one where we can actually, and here's Jack now. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on, see? See? He smells wet paint. So he's like, I can put the you guys are in every model I've done. Somewhere there's a hair of yours in every model I've done. But you're a good boy. Alright, but right now, there you go, buddy. You got beds to lay in here up here. And, sorry about that. And then the other photo etch sheet gives you names of the 3 different pods. So I'll put one of those plates there. And then we'll put that one there. I think that'll be cool. So, but I just wanted to give you a little update where we're at. Just letting this dry so we can do some sanding and cleaning up of these edges. And yeah, I'm excited to get the buttons and everything in. I think it's going to be great. Everything else, the sides came out pretty good. They just need a light scuff. So, and I do like that this is heavy because this guy's going to be floating probably about like that. About that high off him. So I think that's going to be cool. And I want him to be able to turn too, so I got to figure out exactly how to do that. But yeah, there we have it. There it is. Till next time, thanks for watching.